The following training is sponsored by the Nioga Library System. We serve our member libraries in Niagara, Orleans, and Genesee counties. Please visit your local library homepage and use your library card to get access to streaming videos, downloadable music, audiobooks, ebooks, and even more from the comfort of your own home. Thank you.
Here we are again. Hello. So we are talking about the book, Crucial Conversations. This will be the last conversation we're going to have. If you are interested in the book, shout out to the Niagara Falls Public Library. Niagara Falls has it in our Nioga system. And as always, the link is here on the screen and it will be in the description so you can find it. Please check out your local libraries and see if they have it. It's been a very interesting book, and I'm going to tell you this particular chapter is going to be a wild ride. So let's get started. Chapter 5, Make It Safe. The authors start every chapter with a very nice quote, and in this case, it's this: "A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in baskets of silver." And that is from Proverbs. You can see the pictures that I found here and the images. The last chapter itself contained a promise. If you spot safety risks as they happen, you can step out of the conversation, you can build safety, and then find a way to talk about just about anything. In this chapter, we, that is the authors, will fulfill that promise by teaching what it takes to restore safety. It's going to be a balancing act, so let's get started here. First things first, I want to go over what the authors call that pool of shared meaning. That is the dialogue, the conversation itself. Within the pool, you have the what, which is the content under discussion, and the why, that is not only people's reactions, but your own reactions too. You are in the conversation, so monitoring all of this as well as the content itself gets really tricky, but here we go. There's a lot of bouncing in the chapter. So in chapter 5 here, there is a ton of bouncing that the authors do between content, the what, and reactions. So I tried to make things, content was in yellow, reactions are in green, and then contributing to the pool itself would be in blue. So it should make some sense. My color coding should make some sense, I hope. So we bounce between content and reactions all the time. It is very much a balancing act. I would like to mention here exactly what I have said in previous videos. I've said this multiple times. If you are initiating a crucial conversation, make sure you have as much control of yourself as possible. Make sure you have taken care of basic physical aspect. Eat, drink, and rest. Watch the other person and try to pick a reasonably mutual good time to talk. If you're a morning person, the other person is a night owl, even at work, you know, some people come in grumpy, some people come in all perky. Oh my goodness. Try to pick something that is an agreeable time. Probably not right before lunch because everybody will end up hangry because you're hungry. Maybe either just after lunch before the slump hits, something like that, okay? However, please know this, and these are my words, no matter how well you might try to plan things, your plan probably will not survive the very first sentence, sometimes not even the first word. It depends, so just we'll talk about that part too, okay? But we need to get started, all right? So how do the authors advise us then to start? When a conversation starts, be sure to address what the authors mention in chapter 3. That is, start with the heart. The authors say, the first question is, what do I really want? If you really want a healthy conversation, again, in the pool, about a topic that could make or break a relationship, then you must be willing to start the balancing act. You have to start that, okay? If you're discussing a difficult topic and the person responds with a pot shot or responds sarcastically, you need to be willing to deflect from that reaction, from the pot shot and the sarcasm, and be able or try to redirect then to the content of the conversation, okay? We must, if we're going to start something, we must be willing to maintain that focus and try our best to control our own reactions, which is why I say try, eat, drink, rest, all those things. Okay? The authors talk about two main conditions in creating a safe pool of shared meaning where real dialogue can happen. So you see here on the table, there's mutual purpose and then mutual respect. Mutual purpose is what they talked about first. We have no reason to enter a conversation without a mutual purpose to discuss something going on. Meaning, the meaning of mutual purpose is that others perceive that you're working toward a common outcome in the conversation and that you care, that's your reaction, about their goals, interests, and values, that is the content, and vice versa. Okay? Mutual purpose is not a technique. To succeed in crucial conversations, we must really care about the interests of others, not just our own. If our goal is to get our way or manipulate others, it will quickly become apparent and safety will be destroyed. So the whole content will implode and the conversation stops. For mutual respect here, we have no reason to continue a conversation. So without mutual purpose, we have no reason to start a conversation. Without mutual respect, we have no reason to continue a conversation without it. Know this, any disrespect you carry in your head and are trying to keep hidden creeps out in nonverbal ways. That is right from page 79 of the book. Remember, we're controlling our reactions. We can't control everything though too, which is why things can derail so quickly. Okay? But when we focus back on purpose and try and reestablish, we can get things done, hopefully. As people perceive that others don't respect them in the reaction, the conversation immediately becomes unsafe and dialogue comes to a screeching halt. Why? Because respect is like air. As long as it's present, nobody thinks about it. But if you take it away, it's all people can think about. And again, that was a quote directly from page 79 of Crucial Conversations. Really good book. We can immediately see how difficult the balancing act really is. I mean, I'm getting tired just talking about talking. To sum this up, the authors talk about what I have called a balancing act, and they say as a quote here, step out and step back into the pool of shared meaning. If you sense the conversation derailing, they advise the following: apologize, contrast, and recreate mutual purpose. Okay? Apologize when appropriate and do it sincerely. Follow that with a change of heart, which will show in your actions the next time a sticky situation comes up. Okay? So apologize. Contrast, to fix a misunderstanding with a don't do statement. And this is what they mean by a don't do statement. The don't part is you address others' concerns that you don't respect them or that you have some malicious purpose in mind. So you're not doing that. I didn't start this to disrespect you. I didn't mean to disrespect your time. The statement do part is to then confirm your respect or clarify your real purpose. I didn't mean to disrespect your time. I got caught up in XYZ and I know I need to come out here and make this up to you. We will. Something that was very generic, something like that. So the don't part, address others' concerns that you don't respect them or that you have some malicious purpose, and follow it up with a positive, a do part, confirm your respect, and clarify what your real purpose is. Contrasting is not apologizing. It's important to understand that. It is not a way of taking back something we've said to hurt others' feelings. Rather, it is a way of ensuring that what we said didn't hurt more than it should have. Contrasting provides context and proportion. When you're in the middle of a touchy conversation, sometimes others experience your words as bigger or worse than what you intend. And I need to be very clear, this is extremely difficult. I'm not making complete sense of it, but that is a direct quote from the book. Contrasting is not apologizing. It provides context and proportion. And I believe they mean something like, it's as if when a friend tells you, you look stupid in that outfit, you need to go change. They're not apologizing, but you know already their intent and their context and proportion because you're friends and you have a mutual relationship first. The purpose is there and there is already a mutual respect. So hopefully your friend is tactful when they say your outfit looks terrible, but something like that. All right. I would need to think about this more. Sometimes our words are taken in a way we find to be completely unreasonable. Person blows up. We might blow up. You always say this crap. You never listen to me. Why should I start listening to you? We do this to others too, especially when we feel blindsided, okay? I talked in another video about the verbal judo book when they talked about wimps. Wimps have a tendency to blindside people. They snip and snipe from the corner. This is not what we're talking about. We're talking about a conversation between two or more people that are trying to get to some sort of an agreeable end. Remember, the only person you can control in the conversation is yourself. Viktor Frankl talks about this a lot. I'll try and get the links in the descriptions. Viktor Frankl talks about a demand search for meaning. Breathe. Stop. Maybe even acknowledge that the person is right. And this may not be the best time to talk. Be willing to end with a positive note, that you are open to begin the conversation again and another time, one that might be better. I have found that some people sometimes undergo an amazing transformation here, and I have to tell you, it's almost magical. And I have experienced this myself when you say those words, hey, you're right, maybe this isn't the best time, we can pick a different time. You're right. If you have established that they believe that you do respect them, when you do say you're right, the other person may quickly figure out that this isn't some manipulative ploy that you're using. They can sometimes, I keep saying sometimes, but that's important, sometimes become amazingly receptive to dialogue again because the mutual respect is there. They believe that you respect them, and you do, and you're trying to establish a safe place to talk about the goals that you both have with a mutual purpose to the conversation. You might, like it says here, reestablish your mutual purpose and allow the conversation to continue. If so, great. If not, well, it's not personal, okay? You may not experience the reaction, but hey, if you don't experience the reaction, what have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? So I hope this was helpful. It was a little bit longer, and we'll see how it goes, but I had a great time making this series. If you have any other books, ideas, other things to do, let me know in the comments. Shoot me an email. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.